Hey everyone, I'm Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch and crafting. Today's Thursday, July 27th, 2023. This is video number 111. We're going to talk about cross stitch. My channel's always about cross stitch and crafting. I enjoy crochet, English paper piecing, sewing, anything that has to do with fabric and thread. I'm all over it. So it's some of my favorite things to do, but we're going to talk a lot about cross stitch. I am going to show a crochet project that I'm working based on a blanket from a TV show. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. So how is everyone? I've missed you guys. It's been little over 3 weeks. As you guys know, on the 3rd, I had a pretty big reconstructive surgery. It was about a 6-hour surgery. And you know what's so surprising? Most of the leg surgeries that I've had have been about 2 to 3 hours. And I feel horrible afterwards. Horrible. And I had a really good talk with my anesthesiologist beforehand. I had mentioned a couple things that a viewer, and if you're watching, thank you, you know who you are, gave me a suggestion. She's a nurse in anesthesiology. So, so many things. I don't know what he did different. He didn't tell me what he did different, but this surgery was double the length that I'm used to. And I felt no nausea. I've had no anesthesia fog. I feel great. I don't feel great from the waist down, but I feel wonderful. I don't have fog. I don't have the forgetfulness, the memory problems. I'm very, very tired. Now with any surgery, you know how it goes. So that's kind of what I'm fighting with right now is fatigue, constantly being tired. I saw the doctor yesterday. He said, I asked him a question. I said, is there anything I can take to give me a little bit more energy? And he said, just by you asking me that tells me you are doing way too much. Started laughing. I didn't tell him I had plans to go to the fair after I was seeing him. So, and you're probably going, what's wrong with you? You just had a major reconstruction. I am allowed to walk. I can walk a little bit. So what we had planned, the food areas we really like at the Orange County Fair. I'm located here in Southern California. So the Orange County Fair is going on right now. It's a great fair. And the food that we like is located at the very front. So all we had to do was park close. So we got there when they opened and parked right up against the gate. I literally had to go to the gate, to the food, the craft area, you know, I had to go, the craft area was right behind it. So I really didn't have to walk much, and I am allowed to walk. I just have to take it a little bit easy. And so that's a great thing. I can walk. That's another thing I'm not used to. I'm used to being on crutches for 6 to 8 weeks and completely non-weight bearing. I can actually walk, and he's encouraging me to walk a little bit. So little by little, like I said, I'm getting there. I'm very, very tired. But otherwise, I felt good enough today to do a Flosstube. I've been stitching. I've been crocheting. Let's talk Flosstube. Let's talk crafting, and we'll get started. So first of all, let's talk about some cross-stitch news in my life, everything else that's been going on. First of all, more importantly, thank you for the Buy Me a Coffees. There's a link down below. People have found it. And as you guys know below, those donations go back to you guys in forms of giveaways. You never pay shipping costs. If you live in another country, Australia, New Zealand, it doesn't matter. I will always send you goodies if you win a giveaway on my channel. Let's talk about giveaways and the pain. Close your ears if you're watching with little ones. The pain in the ass spammers. Oh my God. Seriously. Okay, so I got lots and lots and lots of emails from people that said, hey, I got a comment that I won on your video. You did not win based on a comment. I don't write to you through comments. As you guys know that have been following me for a long time, I only announce giveaway winners on my channel. So as you're watching the video, if I called your name, you won. If you get some message that says you want a giveaway, and it's just kind of weird, you don't have to email me. I already know about them, and they're just spammers. YouTube is flooded with them. And they basically want you to click on links, and they want you to write back to them. And then we've got George. Who's George, you ask? Good old George may or may not be a real person. George is another spammer who likes to write to women, and he sees your name, and he'll even call you by your name. Like if your channel, say mine said Stacy 1905, he'll say, hi, Stacy. you look nice, or I live in so-and-so, how's the weather? He even asked about the weather. I am so not that, I am not George. So I am not writing to you. These are spammers, just very, very popular on YouTube comments. Just ignore them. It's harmless if you don't give them personal information or anything like that. So the only way I will ever announce a giveaway winner is right here live on my channel. So ignore the spammers. Like I said, they're not going to bother you. They're annoying. So if you get a thing from George that says, hey, I'd like to get to know you, just ignore him. He's a spammer. Also, okay, so we talked about spammers. Thank you so much. Video 109, the 2 videos back, I had mentioned I wanted eagle ideas, bald eagle cross stitch ideas for Harriet, the Florida eagle that I have followed for several years. You guys don't know how much I missed her. And 2, 3, 4, 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm awake after my surgeries, I would tune into the live cam located in Fort Myers, Florida. And it's an eagle's nest that's still there, but Harriet, the mother, disappeared. I explained that in my last couple of videos. So I was looking for an bald eagle pattern. I got so many fantastic ideas. So you guys, thank you so much. Several of them I'm considering. I really like the typeface, the Fat Quarter Shop typeface. Oh, I'll show it in the giveaway because I'm giving it away as a giveaway. There's an eagle in there and it's only half of his face, and then he's got other stuff on the other side. So what I've decided to do is take people's advice and do a mirror image where you can mirror the other side. I've heard you leave out one strip in the middle so that way it molds a little bit better, and then you've got a whole face. So that's what I'm leaning towards doing first. So I can't wait to have Harriet back here, and then I'm gonna write Harriet's name on the back. So I can't wait to have some bird. As you guys know, I'm working on birds. I'm gonna do my little tiered tray is right here. And then I've got a dough bowl. I'd like to get another tiered tray right here and fill it up with some bird pillows. So that's kind of my thinking. And then with seasons, I can change it out. So I've got lots of bird patterns in here already, and I want to get some more. So I put my Santa up. I love him. He's a stand-up that I showed several videos back. It's a Prairie Schooler. This doll, some people asked about this doll. That is incredibly special to me. I need to find a case for her though. I don't like that she's out in the dust and stuff. I'd like to find a case. This doll was brought back from my dad when he came back from Vietnam. He brought it for my mom. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can tell, she's got a hat behind her, like the typical Vietnamese hats. And it just means a lot to me. So I've kept that all these years, and she's from Vietnam. So anyway, that's my plans for Harriet, the eagle. And other bits of news I wanted to tell you about, I will put fair pictures. I went to the Orange County Fair, as I just mentioned, and got to see the cross stitch. I got to see beautiful quilting. If you guys like eye candy like I do, and you love to just look at what people have made, get ideas from pictures and stuff, I'm going to put the fair pictures at the very end. In fact, let me write that on my notes so I can remind you guys, but I'm going to put those at the very, very end. Wait till you see the very first quilt that I'm going to put on there. It's so beautiful. Okay, we talked about George. We talked about spammers. Here's some more news. My friend Elaine wrote to me. She is the designer for Galeana Cross Stitch Designs. While I'm talking, I'm going to show a couple of her designs here. Elaine wrote to me and said that she was closing her Etsy shop and she was not able to sell her patterns anymore. And it was such a shame because I think she is so creative. She's so talented and her designs were so popular. And I have good news for you guys. They did not disappear. They're not gone. They were purchased. Her company was purchased by Dorothy from Historische Stickmuster. I have mentioned them before, a German cross-stitch company. And I have so much to tell you about them. So I've talked to Dorothy just a few days ago. Again, she's one of my favorite people. Her designs are some of my favorite cross stitches. And I'm not just saying that because I'm talking about Dorothy right now. They truly are my favorite. I love her website. Now, her website was in German, so I always tried to get people to use a different type of search engine, like Chrome or anything like that, but I have good news. Dorothy says she's made it available in English. So no more struggling for those of you who don't understand German. I understand German. I can read German. My family, my dad's side of the family is German, so I could understand a little bit, and I was able to maneuver. But for those who literally don't understand, it's very difficult to buy cross stitch when you don't understand. So she's made it available for you in English. Historische Stickmuster. I'm going to put their name here. I will link them down below. Let me write that down too. I will put her information down below, her website. She said, so anyway, she has purchased Galliana cross stitch designs. So those Elaine's designs are now available on Dorothy's website. Super cool. I am so thrilled. Galliana cross stitch designs are available as PDFs and kits. Dorothy has kitted them with linen and soie d'Alger silks. So you could go onto the Historische Stickmuster site, purchase if you want a kit, you can purchase those, and take a look at Dorothy's designs also. They're so gorgeous. She said if you're on a smartphone, okay, you're on your phone, and I double checked this, look at the home page of the website. Now the first thing you're going to see is a pop-up. It's a cookie. You know those cookies things that you have to click yes for cookies? It's the very top one. It's in German. The cookie alert is still in German. I just clicked the first one and it disappeared. Now you've got Dorothy's website. She said if you're on your phone, we'll say a smartphone, you will click the menu bar on the top left, then a second page opens. Bottom left, you will find a language selection. Now, when I did it, it was automatically English, which is weird because I didn't change it. I'm used to just a German page. Laptops. This one I did check also. It's top right area, at the very, very top. If you're on a laptop, you'll see the initial DE. That's for that means Deutsch, German. Click it. You'll see the English option down below. So this is just so fun that Galliana's cross stitch designs are still available through Historische Stickmuster. I'm going to put her website down below. Okay, let's talk about a new chart that came out. And the reason I'm not putting this at the end where I put the other new release cross stitch charts that come out, I always put that at the end. I like showing some new releases, but this one's special because I bought it. I saw it come out. I flipped. The colors, pink and green, is just gorgeous. I'm talking about the new, I call it Alice in Wonderland, but the name of it is called the Mad Hatter, I believe, or the Mad Tea Party, one of the two. I'm going to show it here. Look at these colors. Now, when I bought Snow White, which was, I'm going to show her in a few minutes, Snow White was made available through, of course, all your needlework shops have Snow White, but certain people said, hey, we will kit it up with the beads, the threads, fabric, and chart. And I got mine through BeStitchMe. So when I saw Alice, I wondered if maybe BeStitchMe would be doing the same thing. BeStitchMe sells gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics. Then I took a look at what fabric was used for Alice. And it is called Sandbar by Under the Sea Fabrics. If you're not familiar with Under the Sea Fabrics, Leslie is the owner. Her fabrics are gorgeous. Both companies are fantastic. So anyway, I went ahead. I didn't realize that everything would be available through Leslie, Under the Sea Fabrics. My thinking, because I had just bought Snow White, was BeStitchMe. So I went to BeStitchMe's website and I ended up buying everything except the fabric. I picked a different fabric and I'm not sure if that's going to go well with it. But when I realized, take a look at the back of the chart online, it says Sandbar Under the Sea Fabrics was what was used on the model. So I went to Leslie's website. Sure enough, she's offering it too. So anyway, check out Under the Sea Fabrics for Sandbar fabric if you want the same exact fabric that's used in this model. I ended up getting that one through Leslie, the fabric. Anyway, it's just gorgeous. So effective August 1st, I'm participating in a stitch along to celebrate Kenny. If you watch Kenny Stitches, he's one of my regulars that I watch all the time when he has new videos. Kenny said that his birthday is in August. He is having a stitch along and I love the theme. The theme is any Wonderland literature or fantasy project. Stitch with Kenny, pick a project. It does not have to be a new start. It could be something you're already working on. And it's the hashtag is Kenny's Unbirthday Sal, S-A-L. So I'll be using Snow White because I already started her. I'm going to show her in a few minutes. Check out Kenny's video. He does have a YouTube channel, Kenny Stitches. He's got some fantastic projects, and he just got back from a trip and shows some different charts and stuff and fabric, lots of fabric that he bought and shows on his last video. And the colors really come out well on his video. So anyway, check out Kenny Stitches. He's a lot of fun. If you have any kind of Wonderland literature or fantasy project, he said everybody's welcome to join the stitch along. So it's going to be fun. We'll all be stitching together and posting on Instagram and on Facebook. In my group, of course, Stitching 911, we'll be posting progress and stuff. And I'll be using that hashtag as well. So let's talk free charts. We love free charts. And one of our favorites is Pinker in Punkin Quilting. Now she's available on Instagram. I've talked to her on, I've shown her charts before. They are almost always free that I know of on her blog. So she's on Instagram. She's also on a blog where she posts the free patterns. So this time she's got a new salt box. It's called Aunt Betty's at Blueberry Buckle. I love that name. That reminds me of a baby picture my mom has of me with this stuff all over my face, and it's Blueberry Buckle. And I asked my mom, what the heck is Blueberry Buckle? I know what it is now, but it made me laugh that she had this picture with stuff all over my face. And that's what it was. If I had the picture, I would totally show you guys. I'll look for it. Anyway, so check out the blog. I'm going to put the link down in the notes below. And I've talked about her before. Melissa, thank you so much for these free patterns. They are amazing. So that's the first one that she offered, the Aunt Betty's at Blueberry Buckle. So click on the link that I'm going to put down in the notes below. I'll actually show her website here so everybody else can, if you don't want to go down to the notes that I put down below, you're more than welcome to just click, look at the link and copy it down. So you're going to go to her blog, and she's got posts, different days of posts. Look in the title of each one. She gives you a little clue. That's where that particular free chart is. So you'll see the Aunt Betty's at Blueberry Buckle. The next one I want to show is called Sew Stitch Tomato Pin Keep. Keep going down the blog, you'll see that one too. And then after that, the next one I wanted to show is called Ho Ho Ho. And that's the other free chart that she's offered. And so check her out. Again, it is a blog that you will go to. I will show her Instagram name here. If you happen to be on Instagram, I'm sure she'd love to follow you and hear from you. I love her stuff. She's got beautiful salt box houses and so much fun. Okay, let's talk about one new floss tuber that I found. I love watching new floss tubers. I think they're fun. I encourage people, if you're ever thinking about doing a floss tube, we'd love to see you. Don't ever feel like there's too many people. Like there's never enough floss tube. There are different, and I say floss tube, if you're new to my channel and you're all, what is floss tube? It's what you're watching now. It's basically YouTube channels about cross stitch. And we call it floss because of thread. That's what we call it. So, because somebody asked me the other day, hey, I hate to ask this, but what is a floss tube? I was glad she asked because it's a whole world out there of really fun videos and different stuff. That's what I like about YouTube channels, is that you might have someone that shows paper crafting along with cross stitch. You might have someone who just does cross stitch. You might have someone who does giant full coverage, a mix. You might have someone that does crochet or knitting along with cross stitch. So everything's out there. Anyway, check out Dory. She is from New Jersey, Dory 23, and I'll show her picture here. She has one video up. I believe it's all her, well, that's the one I watched, was video number 1. I don't know if she's done videos after that, but I watched it a few weeks ago during my first week of recovery, and I just thought she was great. So check out Dory. She's also on Instagram. She works on, I kid you not, almost every single project she showed, I wanted to work on. I wanted that too. So anyway, check out Dory, and it was a lot of fun watching her. Okay, so I have 2 cross stitch finishes, but I can only show you one. That sucks. The reason being is because The second one I finished is a little sampler by Hands Across the Sea. It's not released yet, and it's a retreat piece. So I'm going to the United Kingdom. I'm going to Swindon. It is a city just outside of London. And I'm going to Nicola Parkman's retreat at the end of September. I'm super excited. My husband's coming with me. He's gonna golf. He'll be totally happy golfing for 3 days. Anyway, I'm not able to show it to you because it's kind of a surprise retreat piece. Nicola gave us all the chart. Everybody going to the retreat, she gave us the chart. She told us, you pick the fabric and you pick the thread. So it's gonna kind of be a surprise. What did everybody choose? I have seen some people post it. I'm gonna keep mine as a surprise. Lots of people chose a lot of colors, some pretty colors, silks, cottons, DMC. I've seen a couple of them that are just beautiful. Mine's different, mine's very different. So I will show you guys when I get back from the retreat, and I will probably already have it sewn up. I'm gonna make it into something, and I'll show you guys when I get back. So I leave for that retreat September 23rd. I believe that's early. We're leaving like 4 days early. We got our tickets to Buckingham Palace. I don't know if you guys know this, but where King Charles lives, well, Queen Elizabeth, King Charles, Buckingham Palace in London is where they live. And it's only open a couple times a year, only like a month. 4 weeks, maybe longer, if that. So when they're on vacation, maybe even not that long, when they're on vacation and away from the palace, me and you get to go inside. That's really fun. I had tickets back when Queen Elizabeth lived there, and for whatever reason, I wasn't able to go. I had to cancel the trip. So this time we got tickets the last time of day, the very last day offered. So like the last day that's offered, we got tickets for like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. So we're the last ones to go inside for the whole year. So anyway, it's gonna be fun seeing Buckingham Palace. I know they have the coronation robes on display. They have a couple other things on display as well. I can't think what they are at this time, but that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great experience, and my husband gets to go too. So what he's gonna do is go, and golf. While I'm at the retreat, he'll be golfing. So we're gonna see London. We've been there before. We're gonna go see things we haven't seen before, and then head over to Swindon for the retreat. So I will show you that finish as soon as I can, and when I get back, I'll show you. Okay, let's talk about my first finish called the Cuckoo Bird Sampler. It is just so pretty. Just excuse any hair that's on it. This was a lot of fun. Cuckoo Bird Sampler is, let me show you the chart. The model is stitched in like a greenish color. What does it say? Does it say what it is? Without opening it up, I'm gonna give this chart away. So anyway, Cuckoo Bird Sampler is by Heart and Hand. This was a lot of fun, and it was one of my retreat pieces. It's a virtual, just a fun cross stitch camp by Colorado Cross Stitcher. So I finished it in time, and this is what it looks like. And like I said, I wasn't overly crazy about the thread color. I switched mine to red. So here's the red. Here we go. We're gonna fight with this lamp again. Oh, that might work. Okay, so anyway, this is my finish. And I just think it looks a lot jazzier and more fun, I guess, than the green. I guess it's a green or like a dark brown maybe, but I just thought it looked a lot more fun in red. And I happen to have red beads. This particular chart comes with beads. The beads are right here, so you can see the beads right along in here. And I just put on some Mill Hill beads, and it worked fine. This is actually a variegated thread. I used, so this is 40 count, is it 40? 40 count Cafe LA, and, okay, let's see if that's not too bright. 40 count Cafe LA, and the thread is Victoria Clayton silks. She has amazing silks. They're so beautiful. I enjoy them. I really like them. I also like the price. She's got a very affordable silks, and she has her own website. I will link her down below. Victoria Clayton silks. Again, this is variegated. It's called Victorian Rose. And the beads were leftover beads from Mill Hill kits that I've stitched in the past. And I just think that looks so much better than the green. Ugh, it's hard to see with this lighting. Lighting's not that good today. So that's what I like to tell people that watch my videos. You can always change your cross stitch. You can change fabric, you can change threads, and you can get a good result. So that's, I'll show it up close so you can see the beads a little bit more. But anyway, this is Cuckoo Bird Sampler by Heart and Hand, and that's finished number 1. I really, really like that. I wish so bad I can show you my retreat piece. It's sitting right here. It's so tempting, but I'll keep it a secret. Okay. Let's talk about a few things I've been working on. So as you guys know, I had mentioned in my last video that I joined the Fat Quarter Shop Mystery Stitch Along. They have 2. Evergreen is one. I wasn't overly crazy about the colors. They're very like basic colors, or what do they call it? Like the yellows, and I didn't care for the colors too much. So I joined Santa's Bake Sale. Now only 3 parts have come out so far. I'm going to show you a picture here. It has cupcakes and it has Santa. It's Christmas. Of course I'm going to love it. So what I did from Fat Quarter Shop, I ordered the fabric in a 16 count. I'm using DMC thread, and the fabric is 16 count. It's called Snow on Aqua Ada, and it's by Fabric Flair. You can see Fabric Flair's address up here, but you could get this through the Fat Quarter Shop. So anyway, I love the blue. I think the blue is so, so pretty. And when I looked at the 32 count online, it looked a little bit less blue. It wasn't as bright and pretty as the 16 count. So I went with 16 count. I love it so far. I'm using DMC. I'm thinking this is a ribbon red, Classic Colorworks maybe. I can't remember what the red is, but anyway, that's my progress. Not much progress. There's a lot of stitching in here. So I've been stitching along, and as you can tell, as you saw in the picture, the border, the rest of the banner comes out here. So I've got a lot more to fill in, and it's just a lot of stitching. That's a lot of stitches in there. So I'm going to keep working on this. I'm still working on the very first part of the Mystery Stitch Along, and I'm not keeping up with it. That's okay. You don't have to keep up with stitch alongs. It's fun knowing you're stitching the same thing with other people, but you don't have to, you don't have to stitch and keep up with them like everybody else. If everybody else is, great, but I'm not. You know me, I squirrel. I work on other things. I see new things. And anyway, okay, next I have a new start. It is by Lizzie Kate. I showed this one before. Isn't he adorable? He is so cute, just him on his skates. So this is Lizzie Kate. Here Comes Santa Claus, number 5. It's a 05 snippet. And that's so cute with him on his skates. Wait till you see him stitched up. He is adorable. I am doing this on 20 count Vintage Country Mocha. And look at that snazzy jacket. Is his jacket not beautiful? He is so, so fun. So I'm working on him. Next time you see him, he will be a finish. I don't know why it's so dark on this side of the room. He will be a finish. I've just got his skates to do and then the wording. He is just so cute. I just love him. I love his beard, his wispy beard. I believe it did call for that thread that you use that looks like cotton. You take a toothbrush, it's called whisper thread, and you take like a little toothbrush and you kind of like make it more bushy. I decided not to use it. I just decided to just go ahead and go with white thread, B5200. So that's my progress on the second one, Lizzie Kate snippet, Here Comes Santa Claus. I really like him. 20 count, Vintage Country Mocha, and for the most part I'm using DMC, just a mix of threads. Next, I have a new start. This is so exciting. I am so excited to be starting this. I started Snow White. by Bella Filipina. She had everything with her. She had fabric, beads, treasure braid. She was all ready to go. How could I just leave her sitting on a shelf? I mean, really. So I ended up ordering 16 count by mistake. I didn't mean to. I wanted 32. And I don't know, I've been using a lot of 16 count lately. And I think that's why in my mind I thought, oh, I want 16 count because I love it. I love working on 16 count Aida. And I ordered it, and Bella Filipina has a lot of quarter stitches around the face and around the hands because it softens. It makes the face softer. It makes the hands softer. So when I looked at the chart, I'm like, oh shoot, I ordered the wrong fabric. I went back to BeStitchMe's website, ordered the 32 count Honey is what it's called. And she sent it within about 3 weeks. It was perfect timing because I can start her anytime. So here she is. Isn't she pretty? Oh my goodness, this, let me show you here first. Look at how delicate her face is. So here's the funny part, okay? So I start in the middle. The middle is right at her chest because if you stop and look, this canopy is really high. And then of course you got the dress down below. So right in the middle is her chest. So I started with her chest. This pen is closed, yeah. Anyway, I started with the chest and I thought, I'll work my way up. And I didn't really, when I'm working on my chart, I have it on an app and I have it big. So when the symbols are big, I don't know what I'm stitching on. I really don't know. Like people would probably go, well, you knew if you're gonna work your way up, you know you're gonna start doing her neck and her face. Well, I just didn't think about it. I literally started down here with the pretty colors, and then I started getting into skin and more and more and more skin. Then I got some more flowers here and more skin. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm working up, I'm gonna be doing her face first. And I'm like, I didn't have any intention of doing her face. The face to me is the hardest part with all those quarter stitches. To tell you the truth, if you just go square by square by square, it's intimidating, but if you just follow the instructions and just follow the square, it's a piece of cake, and it came out really, really pretty. So I'll try to show as close as possible. You're not going to be able to see the treasure braid, which is the sparkly on her lips. She has sparkle on her lips, and I'll be doing more treasure braid and sparkle as I go, and I'll show you guys more progress. But isn't her face, like I said, it's just so pretty. I am so thrilled with how this is coming out. I'm so excited, but I'm also excited that I started with her face, got her face done. Now I don't have to stress over her face. To me, the face is like the hardest part of the whole thing. So anyway, this is what I'm going to continue working on. This is Honey by BeStitchMe, 16 count. It's beautiful, the fabric. I'm going to be working on Snow White with Kenny, and I'll be posting, I'm not sure what he's stitching yet, but August 1st, I'll start posting in Kenny's Stitches hashtag my progress and join their stitch along. Okay, I'm going to show you a picture. Here's some more progress. This is Long Dog Sampler Beauty Spot Sampler. As you guys remember, I was working on this and was right in the middle of finishing the mushrooms when I showed you guys. Each motif has so much stitching, you wouldn't believe it. So anyway, I finished stitching the mushrooms. I'm gonna show them up close so you can see. Now, if you're wondering what in the world this is the next motif. It's a hornet, and these are his wings. He's hanging upside down. So the hornet's wings are here, and then that's, I believe, is his head, and then his body is attached to a droopy flower. I'll show you the picture again here. So see, take a look at the mushrooms, and then up above it, you'll see the hornet, and that's my progress. So these mushrooms, I'll show this part up close since it seems to be kind of shady right here where it's hard to see, but I'm gonna show you the color of the flowers. This is all DMC thread. Is that not beautiful? the butterfly, the mushrooms. They're so pretty. And so now I'm excited to work on the hornet and get that flower and hornet done. So fun. So that's my progress on the Beauty Spot Sampler by Long Dog Samplers. Okay, two more that I've been working on. This is a year at Hawk Run Hollow, and this is what it looks like. I have finished January, February, March, and it's gonna go this way. January, February, March, April, May, and now I'm working on June. So I am almost halfway done. I have really loved doing this as a whole piece. I think when I have it on my wall, it is gonna be fantastic. How beautiful. And here's my progress. Let's see if I can, maybe I can move the camera a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Okay, here's my progress. So here is June, right here. I got this all done. It wasn't the most exciting motif, which is why I kind of hesitated on starting June. And I'm gonna show you this up close, but I got a lot of progress, and June should be done the next time you see it. So there's January right here, and we're gonna go this way. February. As you can see in each block, there is something really big in each block. The lion's head is March. And then we'll come over here, there's April. Look at the umbrellas and the rain. That was my favorite motif, other than the lion. April, May. This is why I love Vintage Country Mocha, because the bees, the wings, show up so well. And then here is June. There's a bride next to him, so she's got a big, huge dress that I'll be starting real soon. So a year at Hawk Run Hollow, we're doing pretty good on it, I'd say. 20 count, Vintage Country Mocha. I always use 2 threads on 20. It's just what I like. Some people like 1, I like 2. And I'm using Ribbon Red, Colonial Copper. Those are Classic Colorworks, English Ivy. The rest are DMC. That's my last bit of progress. And then after that, last but not least, we have Nessie Mitchell. This is by Mama Loves You GB, and I just love this sampler. I am using 56 count Dirty Teacup by Needle and Flax. You know what? I always forget to take these out of the page protectors because you can't see them that well. Here we go. Nessie Mitchell by Mama Loves You GB on Etsy. She also has a YouTube channel. And I have really loved this. I want to make it small. So I'm doing 56 count, teeny, teeny, tiny stitches. And that's my progress. The fabric is called Dirty Teacup. So you can see the modeling in it. It's very, very pretty. 56 count Dirty Teacup by Needle and Flax is the fabric company. And then the threads, I'm using Victoria Clayton Silk in black. So here we go. So I'm just working on the alphabet. I worked on it a couple times last night. And anyway, it's real pretty. I really like that color, that the black on that fabric. I think it's super pretty. So that's my last bit of progress. These are the things I've been working on. Let's talk about giveaways. So in video 109, I had several giveaways thanks to Wanda from Pinky Promises Store on Etsy. She's the one who donated the beautiful project bags. I also have to thank Shannon Christine for her beautiful chart of Posy Manor. She's going to contact the winner. You'll contact me first. Any winners will contact me first. I will give your email address to Shannon, and then she will send you the PDF of Posy Manor. So thank you so much, Shannon. This is just gorgeous. So the winner of Posy Manor is Sandra's Thillair 853. And I don't have the screenshot of you guys' names. So Sandra Thillair 853, contact me. You've won the Posy Manor chart. So beautiful. I love these colors. Okay, congratulations. Next, we have the Gold Owl. This was absolutely fantastic. So again, I encourage you guys, go stop by Wanda's shop. Her prices for project bags, these are quilted. These are quilted. It comes with floss drops, at least this one does, with floss drops. And it's just, the quality of her bags are fantastic. So the winner of the Golden Owl is Muriel Toole 4424. Muriel is a part of my Facebook group as well. She's a huge part of my group. So I was real thrilled. I use the YouTube random comment picker. So what happens is, for this particular bag, it was #1 on my last video. I put the #1, I put gold, and I put owl project bag. So anybody who used either #1, project bag, or owl was entered to win. So Muriel, congratulations. Write to me, let me know. You know what? I forgot my email address. Let me post it here. So giveaway winners, write to me and I will get your bags and stuff out to you, your giveaways. For the Shannon Christine, Shannon's gonna contact you, but write to me first. Okay, next we had project bag #2 from Pinky Promises Designs on Etsy. Look at that. Oh my God, do you know how hard it was for me not to keep this? I'm obsessed with Wanda's bags. They're so gorgeous. Okay, this was #2. So what I did is I put in #2. I put in blue and black because some people put, I want the blue owl. Some said, I want the black owl. I put both words in and then it randomly shuffles and picks a winner. #2's bag goes to Jen Marintic, and then dash Brendison 3189. So Jen Marintic Bredesen 3189, contact me. You have won the owl bag. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm sorry to see it go. Okay, we had Beatrice and Hank. Beatrice and Frank was sent by the Fat Quarter Shop. Thank you so much, you guys. Hank goes to Linda Hollingsworth 2495. And Beatrice, this is Hank, this is Beatrice. Beatrice goes to Chris C 6510. Congratulations. Next, we've got Patriotic. Remember the Patriotic chart by It's So Emma, Typeface series. And this was the one I was talking about earlier about doing a mirror image and stitching this for Harriet's, for the display in the bag, for the bird, the eagle I used to follow. So, I love that idea, you guys. A lot of you said, hey, just mirror image it and you'll have the cutest chart. I'm gonna do that first. That'll get started real soon. So the winner of the Patriotic is Tamra Pierce 237. Write to me, Tamra, you won. Okay, we're gonna have some giveaways for this video, but let's talk about some new releases real quick. We've got a couple of great new releases. Hands Across the Sea. Nicola just released 2 of them. We've got Anne Rathmel, 1851. And we've also got Elizabeth Finch, 1797. Next, we've got 2 of them I'm going to show you. One on light fabric, one on dark fabric. And I'm all over that dark fabric. The dark fabric one, to me, that's my style. That is gorgeous. It is by the Artsy Housewife on Etsy. It's called Golden Delicious. So this is the light version. And then here is Golden Delicious on the dark. Oh my God, the dark is so beautiful. I love it. Okay, next, my friend Ellen, she's knocking it out of the park. She's a YouTuber. She's Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. And I wanted to make sure I got this right. Evertotes.ca offers hard copies, paper of her charts. And then if you want a PDF, you go to Ellen's website and it is MaximumCrossStitch.com. So let's show her new releases. She has 7. Can you believe it? She's been busy. Honey Thief is the first one. Now she's got 2 more thieves. Wait till you see these other thieves. So this is Honey Thief. Then she's got, I'm going to show these together, Pumpkin Thieves and the Pineapple Thief. Yeah, cool. I love these. Next, she's got a gorgeous sampler. You know how I feel about red. Helene Monk, 1904. These next 3 are so fun. I'm going to show these all together. It is Queen Elizabeth I, Catherine of Aragon, and Anne Boleyn. Isn't that just so fun? So she's got some great charts. Check her out, MaximumCrossStitch.com. Last but not least, we have Mrs. Flossie. Mrs. Flossie is actually a friend of mine. Her name is Aimee. She lives in Arizona. She used to work at the Attic Needlework Shop. Now, as you guys know, the owner of the Attic, who I adore, is Jean Lee. Jean's famous saying, when you walk in the attic, you probably are going to hear these words: always forward, never back, never backwards. And this is her first in the series. Mrs. Flossie, Aimee, is doing a series of famous sayings. This is her first one. The series is called Words to Live By. And I'll be stitching it, of course, because I just adore Jean. You know what? Another thing, let's go back to, so that's the end of new releases. Another thing I've been working on is my crocheted blanket. Now, if I have a picture, I'll show you the blanket I'm trying to copy. The colors are off, a little bit different. It's not going to look exactly the same. It may not even be the same style, like pattern, I should say. But style-wise, yes. My Big Bang Theory blanket. I've been doing lots and lots of crocheted squares. So what I'm doing is I'm copying a blanket from the TV show and one that my mom made back in the 80s. I wanted it to be vintage. I wanted it to be black joining thread, like total vintagey 80s, right? So I've been doing lots of squares. This one's pretty. I really like that one. I've been doing lots and lots of squares. I'm going to start putting them all together. I'm interested to hear, for those of you that crochet, do you block your squares first before you join them? I usually do, but is that necessary? So anyway, now you can see what it's going to look like as a blanket. Just kind of an idea. And I'm just working on granny squares, lots of very peaceful. I love watching TV and just working on all these granny squares. And eventually I'm going to start putting them together. So my question, like I said, for people that crochet, do you block them first, then join them? That's what I've been doing in previous blankets. But then I started thinking, well, then you have it all together. Okay, it looks great. What happens when you wash it? It's all going to be like not so perfect anymore, right? Let me know your thoughts and your opinions on the crochet blocking and whether you block them first before you stitch them together. Let's talk about a couple of things of haul that I got. I keep forgetting to show you this one by Shannon Christine Designs. I travel internationally. Now, maybe I showed this already. I can't remember, but I'll show it again. I travel internationally and I love stitching international stuff, whether it be flags, international food. Like if I saw a pattern, really cute pattern that had food that's, you know, associated with that particular country. I like vintage Santas, or I like, how do I explain this? European Santas or Santas from other countries where he's dressed differently than my typical Santa. I like that. I like those kind of designs. So anyway, I got Shannon Christine's Canadian mug. Is that not the most adorable thing? I love him. I have spent lots of good times in Canada. So that's going to be stitched up. He's adorable. I got Any Town, Tiny Town. This is just adorable. And it's a special. It comes from Keepsakes Needlework Shops. Keepsakes is located in Cincinnati, and this design was designed specifically for them. In this tiny town, there is Keepsakes right here. And there's their cat. They have a cat. I believe his name is 310, like the color. So anyway, this particular tiny town is exclusive to the Keepsakes Needlework Shop in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. And if it's not Cincinnati, it's Sharonville. Check both, but it's in Ohio. Just search Keepsakes Needlework in Ohio. You'll find it. Anyway, it arrived just a few days ago. It's just adorable. I think that this is one of my favorites because it's got an ice cream parlor here, a bookstore. I'm all over that. I love books. And then of course it's got keepsakes, their cat, Barbara's the owner, her cat, a cafe, and a flower shop. I love this. So that's another bit of haul that I got. Oh gosh, I got some gorgeous fabric. 32 count color and cotton. I'm a part of their Fabric of the Month Club. This is gorgeous. I mean, it is so pretty. The color is Pumpkin Pickin'. Isn't that pretty? So I really like that. I think black would look so pretty on that. Okay. What else did I get? I got a couple of charts. Some were donated, and they said I can stitch them first and then give them away. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate people that send giveaways. If they've got fairly new charts that have come out, I'm happy to do them as giveaways, either in my Facebook group or on the video. This is called Waxy Moon Designs Winter House Trio. I love these houses. I'm leaning towards this one because of the snow and the red birds. Love that. Waxing Moon Designs. Next, we've got A Witch in Her Garden by Brenda Gervais. Isn't that fun? Look at the top to that. That's a fantastic top for a drum. Then we've got Lizzie Kate Sampler Claws. He's cute. I am really on a Lizzie Kate fix right now. I love it. Love her charts. And then this one, Lizzie Kate Henry O'Hare. He's a stand-up. Isn't he fun? And then check out what he comes with. He comes with a pitchfork. Can you see the pitchfork? He comes with some charms. And let's see, where is this green? What is this green thing? It looks like a fish. I'm gonna have to figure that out. It's I don't know what it is, but it's hanging off of his pocket. Right here is the silver circle right here. I just don't know what the green thing is because I don't see it on there. Anyway, that is adorable as a stand-up. I will definitely do this one. This is by Lizzie Kate Henry O'Hare. And then last but not least, no, I've got two more. Christmas Rules, Believe in Magic. It says Christmas Rules by Primrose Cottage. I'm going to show it up close. It's very long. And I'll show it up close. And this is so fun. Christmas Rules by Primrose Cottage. It's so long. You could do them separate, as separate little, like this right here, this right here. You could do them all separate. So fun. Okay, last but not least, we've got Clara O'Hare. And there she is. Isn't she beautiful? And you get the basket, you get the hat, the carrot, a little pitchfork like for digging and for gardening. That is so adorable. And here's the goodies that come with it. I'm not sure if these are still available, but you might want to try 1, 2, 3 stitch and see if you can find them. But oh, that's just, the hat is adorable. I also got from Polstitches, P-O-L Stitches. They're located in the UK. This is gorgeous. And it is fully kitted. It has fabric. Can you see that fabric, how purple mottled it is? Purple and pink. It's got all the treasure braids, the krennic, the beads, and this is what she looks like. Oh my goodness, she's gorgeous. She's so gorgeous. I love this so much. This is going to be beautiful. I will not start her until I finish Snow White and Alice. So anyway, this came as a whole kit. Check out Polstitches. Her website, polstitches-designs.co.uk. I will put her down below. I'll put Polstitches down below. But let me show you the chart a little bit better. Okay, so that's what she looks like is the chart. Now check out the back. Polstitches does fabric dyeing. And I tell you what, it's fantastic. Let me take it out real quick. So this is what the background is going to look like. Is that not gorgeous? Polstitches. I have ordered several times from them and they're fabulous. They have sent my things so fast. And it comes from the UK. I find the shipping to be affordable. But anyway, yeah, just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of fabric for her to be stitched on. Gorgeous. And they'll put everything together for you. Okay. Last but not least, from 123 Stitch, I got a kit, and in their ornaments, Letty Stitch. Does it have a name? Halloween Toys kit of 8 pieces. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to show them up close. So here's what the whole kit looks like. L-E-T, Letty Stitch. And these are the ornaments. Are these just not adorable? How fun. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I don't know which one I would start with. I love them all. Absolutely adorable. So this kit comes all together with the threads, comes with metallic thread, and it's all put together for you. It's all separated, so you don't have to separate colors like the olden days. That's really helpful. I've heard good things about Letty Stitch. So anyway, these ornaments, seriously cute. And I believe I got it off 123 Stitch. Okay, let's talk giveaways real quick. Remember, there are trolls out there. I do not write to you through comments unless I answer your question or I say hello, or you'll know it's me. But if you see a suspicious thing that says you want a giveaway, it is not me. I do not write to you about giveaways. In fact, I tell you guys, when you enter for giveaways, don't say the word giveaway. That's where I think that's where they find, you know, people to kind of harass with their spam comments. So let's talk giveaways. I've got some really pretty fabric. This is called R&B. It is 32 count Fortnite fabric. It is very yellow and very blue. It's pretty, 32 count. I don't want to open it because it's going to be somebody's fabric, but it's so pretty. Fortnite fabric, 32 count. Giveaway number 1, you're going to say fabric. Just say you want this fabric. Blue and yellow. Make sure and specify because I got another piece for you. So this time we're going to do 32 count. So say you want the blue and yellow fabric for giveaway number 1. Giveaway number 2 is 32 count. It's a very neutral. It's a Lugana. And it is called Ophelia. Number 2, you're going to put fabric, just put tan fabric. And you'll see it's tan, like compared to the white. That's kind of a better picture down here. So it's very neutral. It's a very light color. It's called Ophelia, but you're going to put tan fabric, make it easy. So number 1 is blue and yellow fabric. Number 2 is tan fabric. Number 3, I found a duplicate. 'Tis Halloween. This is a great, great book by Blackbird Designs. So you're just going to put Halloween book. It has like 13 stockings and projects to stitch for spooky fun. So it's got all kinds of fun stockings inside. If you're interested in this one, put Halloween book. They're mini, mini stockings, little tiny baby stockings. It also has a pumpkin you can make. Really cute pumpkin. Here's some more on the back. There's a candy corn. So if you're interested, I think I did this one. The trick or treat one, I did that one. But if you're interested, put Halloween book. This is giveaway number 3. Giveaway number 4, I found another duplicate, As the Crow Flies by Prairie Schooler. If you're interested in this Prairie Schooler, this is giveaway number 4. Those are the giveaways for today's video. You're more than welcome to enter for any of the 4 giveaways, don't forget, you have to be 18. And don't forget, don't put the word giveaway or free pattern or free fabric or anything like that down in the notes below. That's what the spammers are looking for. And also, don't forget, I will not be commenting to you about winning a prize. I never do that. I always announce the winners on my actual video. So if you get a message from me, or it looks like it's from me, and it says, you know, you won the prize, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or if George surfaces again looking for girls, don't answer George. Nobody knows if he's a real guy or not. It just cracks me up that I saw those responses to your comments, and I'm like, get out of here, man. So I started deleting as many as I could. There was a lot of them, though, saying that you won a free prize. So I couldn't get to all of them. Just ignore it. It's not me. I will announce it in my next video whether you won or not. So anyway, like I said, you're more than welcome to put in for more than one giveaway if you'd like. And thank you so much for the well wishes. Thank you so much for the Buy Me a Coffees, for the well wishes for my surgery, the well wishes for Max. He is doing great. He's on a special fish diet now. Oh my gosh, his stomach is 100% better. And I'm talking about my German Shepherd. I'll show a clip here real quick. He's so sweet. He's having a blast, and him and Deuce are having so much fun. So anyway, stay tuned for fair pictures. If you'd like to see some beautiful quilts, if you'd like to see some cross stitch, and I thought I got more cross stitch pictures. I guess I didn't, but anyway, stay tuned for some beautiful eye candy. I will put that at the end of the video. Thank you so much, you guys. And again, thank you for the well wishes for my surgery. I really appreciate the cards that you sent, the messages, the emails, comments, everything. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I will see you next video. Thanks for watching.